some sad stuff, man. I really hate it where they're laying legendary lawman Dean Scott to rest today. His funeral is after lunch today. His visitation is there at Broadmoor Baptist Church from 11 to 1. If you want to pay your respects to Dean Scott, that's where they'll be doing it at. And then the funeral is going to be out in the country in Vardaman, Mississippi, I believe. Not going to make that trip, but I am going to swing by and pay my respects there at the funeral, at the visitation. Like I said, man, really hate to lose Dean. Was a great guy to me. Molded my childhood early like a lawman is supposed to do. He put the fear of God in me, one of the many law enforcement officers that I had the privilege of running afoul with that did the thing they're supposed to do and put the fear of God in a young man. And I respect the hell out of him for it. And I got to interview Dean here on this very show. Therese April and I think I've had Dean on twice. Yeah, I know it for a fact I had Dean on twice, one time by myself. And I got to tell Dean and thank Dean for that experience of him pulling me over, making me pour out those 2 cases of Beast Light. Man, he lied to me. I know I told you this the other day. He did lie to me. I called him in a red-handed in a lie. He said if I poured those beers out that he wasn't going to make me call my mom and dad. And he'd let us go. And he lied. I did, in fact, have to call my mom and dad. And they came and got me and my buddies from the old police precinct. I guess it would be Precinct 1 when it was located next to the Service Merchandise over by the Metro Center. But it was the right move. As a 15-year-old at that time, we were able to get a license at 15. Even one beer was too many to be driving. So he did the right thing. And it was a valuable lesson learned. Now, it took a few more hard lessons learned before I got it through my thick skull not to do knucklehead stuff. The next man up, deputy at the time out in Byram, Hinds County Sheriff's Department, of course, Brian McCurley. Rest in peace, Brian McCurley. You know, he did his fair share of being on the finding out. I did the effing around, and he did the finding out part for me. Well, he executed the finding out upon me is the better way to say that. And again, I'm a better person for it. It was John Cooley when he used to be with Hinds County. You know, he took a air quotes in the studio a liking to me. And he did some executing of the finding out as well. And I love John to this day for it. And that was the last bit of finding out I had to do. That was the one that finally got through my skull at 28, 29 years old, 27 years old, something like that. That was the one where I finally said, you guys win. I'm going to quit effing around. That was it. Those 3 lawmen right there. And I remember their names to this day. Of course, I remember Dean Scott and Brian McCurley and John Cooley. Those 3 names. I never have to scratch my head to remember any of them. I remember the incidents along the way. There was more than one. There was always more than one. And I'm thankful for it. And that's why I have very little pity for these fools. I pity a fool. Mr. T, I don't pity the fools. I ain't got no pity for them. That can't act right. That blame everything on the police. Because it's funny, when I quit, I know this is going to be crazy to some of y'all. Y'all going to say this may even be a little bit of white privilege. As we'll be interviewing the White Privilege album author A.J. Rice in the next hour. When I quit doing dumb crap, the police quit messing with me. It is crazy how that works. Make it make sense. I quit breaking the law, and the law quit breaking me. Let me do it one more time for dramatic effect with a different camera angle. I quit breaking the law, and the law quit breaking me. Make it make sense. Rest in peace, Dean Scott. You will, in fact, be very, very missed, and we're keeping your wife and daughter in our prayers. Treat these law enforcement guys good. You might get called too right-wing by an energy drink company for doing it, but stay true to you, which I plan on doing. Is staying true to me. Let's talk about Jackson crime here for the next few minutes.